I don't know what happened to the first live, but I'm gonna just talk with y'all a little bit about man, SEC Media Day. Have y'all seen KALEN DeBoer's presser? If not, definitely go to your whatever outlets that you're relying on for media, SEC Media Day content. Um, I got the one that ESPN put out, and man, uh, there was a lot of not necessarily cryptic, but a lot of telltale signs of what Alabama's. Let me grab my food real quick, chat. Barbecue? Yes, ma'am. Excuse me. Thank you. I think I'm gonna sit right here and eat. But yeah, so yeah, looking at some of the details from what KALEN DeBoer had to say. Of course, all the blanket stuff about how the staff is coming together, and um, everything's progressing. Talking about how last year was a success despite a lot of the fan feedback. What's up, everybody? Tapping in the chat. Roll Tide, Mary J, Roll Tide, Dominic. But yeah, so looking at everything and how you know how he was kind of talking directly at things, right? Not too much talking around stuff. They asked about the offensive line. Most of the questions was about the offense. Honestly, um, that was a direct question about the offensive line, replacing Caden Proctor, Parker Brailsford. Basically, four new starters. He highlighted Will Sanders being a name. I know we've been talking about that left guard position. I always said Will Sanders healthy was an important piece of staff. That's why they kept him last year from hitting the portal. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's at that left guard position, and that's why they had such a open competition there. And you saw Mal Waldrop take advantage of being the guy that if Will Sanders is not healthy, I believe Mal Waldrop is the guy, and he's another interior piece that could play center. With Delgado being a new starter in the SEC. What's up, Coach Snell? Game good to see you. With Delgado being a new a new starter in the SEC. If things don't work well with him, you got Waldrop and Strayhorn with you know the same potential and ability to get in there and operate the offense. So I think that was kind of interesting to say that. There. Of course, he talked about Jackson and Carroll and how he's very excited about them. You just gotta wait. You got to be excited about kickoff because of the type of anticipation you want to see. So many pieces being replaced from last year. So many new names being given opportunities to step up. So I think it's gonna be interesting watching how this all develops. And then something that of course the hot topic of the off season going for Alabama is QB1. QB1. I think KALEN DeBoer alluded to something when describing the status around what it takes to win the QB1 job at Alabama, and in particular, it's something that he's been alluding to for Keelan Russell since he's been on campus, and he was just talking about how guys can continue to assume control of the offense, right? Get comfortable in the scheme, and people, yeah, we got loud of here, but people have highlighted on the staff have highlighted how Keelan has grasped the offense and continue to grow. And so when you have summer workout programs now, or the summer workout, I guess you could say period, where you can actually get out there and throw the ball on air, you can get out there and go over playbook stuff, call plays, set things up, workouts, whatever. It's beneficial for a guy like Keelan who's already had phases of this scheme taught to him throughout his high school career. That was one of the main things in attracting him to Alabama when he got to Ryan Grubb's quote unquote air raid style offense, right? And I don't even do we call it air raid? Well, yeah, because we only going to run the ball like 30% of the time, so it's fair to call it air raid. But y'all let me know what y'all think about the SEC Media Day presser from KALEN DeBoer. We did get some news about Noah Rogers being available for the season. Expecting him to miss the first 4 to 6 games, and we know that could be very, very instrumental as far as allowing some of the younger guys to develop, and then having a presence like him return right there in the middle of the season. That'll be huge for Alabama. And then even with him kind of highlighted some of the defensive line personnel that he expects to play big minutes for us, some transfers that came in that he's expecting to really impact some play some impactful minutes. So it's a lot to talk about from KALEN DeBoer pressers. We're waiting for the official footage from the player pressers. They had Ryan Williams, Bray Hubbard, and I want to say Xavier Brown. I want to say I can't remember. I want to say those were the three, if I'm not mistaken. But I had like 4 emails from UA Media today. What's up, Glenn? Good to see you, man. What's up, Roll Tide? Good to see everybody. Continue to hit the likes. I like the 13 people in the chat. Any particular questions in the chat that you want to know from SEC Media Day? I will say this. Nick Kelly, great question today, asking about Alabama's commitment to the run game. But there was also another reporter asked. Well, Nick Kelly asked about the face change of the offensive line, and then there was another gentleman asked about the overall commitment to the run game in college football. And KALEN DeBoer came out and was direct about he don't feel like that the run game is losing its importance, and in particular at Alabama, they want to have a impactful run game. It may not be a run dominant offensive play calling scheme, but they want a impactful run run game. How confident did Ryan sound at SEC Media Days? I haven't seen any official footage, but when it comes to the players, man, they get PR briefings and all this stuff on what to say and how to respond and stuff. So I don't really read into certain things. I do want to see the body language. I think he does have a mentality that he wants to prove something. And in a sense, that's good, but at the same time, you still got to do the work and do the simple things to continue to be great. So I think Ryan going to be fine this year, though. Yeah. Hamburger King, South Decatur Street, Montgomery, Alabama. Every Wednesday is a special. And I'm grateful for it. That's because these are the best burgers in the city. What's up, Zach? SEC Media Day, Zach. Have you seen any footage from the players' media stuff? I'm gonna check my email. I think I just got like 3 emails. Shout out to Ryan Fowler and 100.9 too. They're on the scene. They've gotten some interviews with all the players available. And KALEN DeBoer, so go check out 100.9. Ryan Fowler in the game with Ryan Fowler. Appreciate the likes, man. I appreciate everybody for tapping in too. But so to round out this 10-minute live, y'all, we'll be live at 6:37 p.m. tonight. Kind of just breaking down, reacting to Coach DeBoer and the presser that they released for SEC Media Day. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. If you're watching this post live, don't forget to drop a like on your way in, out, whichever. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and also make sure you share it. We're going to be reacting together tonight, 6:37 p.m. We're going to do a hour segment, probably open the phone lines, depending on what the energy looks like. We're going to talk about it. What's KALEN DeBoer really saying in that presser, man? A lot of, I ain't going to say cryptic, but a lot of things, telltale signs of what this kickoff is going to look like against Eastern Carolina. And we'll talk all these hypotheticals tonight. I'll catch up with y'all later. It's your boy Coach Smook. Remember, when you see me in the streets, holler at me and say put me in the game, Coach Smook. Catch up with y'all on the next.